Hello, this is a quick video I'm going to make that I'm also going to be adding to my RS Sword of Shadows. Please make sure you check out that playlist to see all videos in regards to how to grow strong in Sword of Shadows. That is RS Sword of Shadows. And this video is going to be a quick video I'm going to make about Return to Jianghu, which is one of the first things you really need to know about when you start playing this game. Now, when you start playing this game, the first thing you're going to be able to do is view might, which will allow you to click on and claim a box. It'll just appear in your inventory with a key, which you can open, a white box, a white key. It'll bring you straight to level 70 in seconds. For more information, please check out my Return to Jianghu, level 1 to 70. Or it might be called something along the lines of Sword of Shadows, level 1 to 70 in seconds. I've made a couple of videos on this. I believe both of those videos are in my RS Reality Swapper playlist. So go check them out for a little bit more in-depth information about this. Now, once you've done that, you'll be able to click on this. Once you've leveled up to level 50, no, not level 50, once you've hit 50k might, you can do that quite easy. You can get to like 100k in a day quite easy. That's not too much of a difficulty. Once you've reached 50k might, you can click on claim to get the green key. Open that, you'll get some valuable rewards. And then from there on, you'll need to get these keys, the rest of them. Now, and there is one more key that isn't available through this little grow with friends thing, which is the gold key. Now, how you go about getting these other keys, right, is you need to go to shop, scroll down, and you'll see that they're available here. That's the green one. You're not going to need to buy that. Reason being is because you will quite easily be able to reach the 50k might. That's not a problem. So don't waste gold on buying that. And it does cost unbound gold, and there are several places you can get unbound gold from. So you'd skip that one. The next key you're going to need will be this one. Now obviously when you open the green box, you'll be given the blue box, but you won't have the key. So you'll come here to buy the key. And then when you open the blue box, you'll be given the purple box. And then when you open the purple box, you'll be given the gold box. Now you are going to need unbound gold. There are a couple of places you can get that from. One is by reaching rank 1 in Hegi. That's going to be next to impossible for most players unless you're using alts and competing against other teams and winning all your battles. So we would pass on that one in this situation, and what we would actually do is join a guild such as my guild, who is got no problems at all with registering you guys for World Tour, and you will get unbound gold from World Tour. Even if we lose, I'm always able to do well enough to make sure we get at least something. So yeah, that's another option, and that'll get you unbound gold, which you can then use to purchase the keys to open these boxes. Now once all these boxes are opened, you will then be able to reach anything between 500 to 1 mil might. You normally have it about, on average, around 700, 800. Remember, when you get your internal gems, Agita, by opening the 4th box, this is your internal gems. I have made videos on this, and I can't stress this more than enough to you guys. Make sure you spread all of your Agita evenly. For example, this is 90. If I leveled up this to 91, I would then want to level up all these other gems on all the other internal skills to 91. Oops, you don't want to come off that. You never ever want to create a big gap between the gems, because this is going to hold your might and your stats back. For example, if I leveled this gem up to 60, but I left all the rest at 1, that would put me at a massive disadvantage, because the amount it's cost me to get this to 60, I could have used to have gotten all of my gems, every single one of them, to around 40 or 50. And this causes a big significant decrease in your might if you miss out on upgrading these gems. And you'll find many players that have done this. It's quite regular that people mess up their gems. Let's go and check on. Yep, like we say, 24, 28. You know what I mean? If you hadn't done that, you could have put both of these to 25 or 26. And that would have given you a bit extra might. You know what I mean? Look at all these differences. we've got some that are as low as level 15, whereas others are at 24, 28. Really, what you want to be doing is spreading them evenly. You don't ever want any more than 1 level gap between a gem. If there's 2 levels, a gap between a gem, say 115, 117, like this, then that is 1 level too much, 1 upgrade too much, you know what I mean? So yeah, you want to keep them as close to everything being at the same amount of upgrades you put on it for every single gem as much as possible. There shouldn't ever be any more than 1 level gap between any of the gems. So yeah, if this one's at 20, then all other gems should be at 20 or at 19 at the minimum. You know what I mean? And yeah, so that is something that does need to be looked at, and the first thing you really do need to know about when it comes to opening these boxes and putting these stuff on. Another thing you need to keep in mind is opening these boxes are going to give you loads of pages. Now, just because you've got like 500 ice pack pages given to you, it doesn't mean they're easy to obtain in game, especially for new free-to-play players. It could take a very long time for you to get that, up to a year in some cases for some players. And the last mistake you want to use or make is opening these boxes and then going to Celestial Cave and donating all the pages that you need. Because now you're going to have to farm or play the game for another 6 months to maybe a year just to get back what you've thrown away. In which case, if you've made that mistake right off at the beginning of the game and you're still an extremely low mite, you're best off deleting your character and starting again, because it really is going to set you back that much. So yeah, I can't stress that information enough to you. Spread the Agita evenly, open your boxes, and yeah, once you've done that, your next stage will of course be, which we will do an in-depth video about. Well, actually I've already done some videos about. Your objective is to get up to 800k might, so you can start participating in World of Minions and clearing at least chapter 1, which you should be able to do at around 800k might. And that is your first target within this game. This also means you are going to need to, once you've maxed or focused on your school class, you then want to work on Priest and Snow. They're the ones that are going to be the most helpful to you in the World of Minions. And the World of Minions will allow you to gain, as you start to be able to clear more chapters up to chapter 3, you will be able to gain gold internal skills that would allow you to max your gold internals really fast. So yeah, that's how you would get your Power Palm in gold internal skills, your Way of the Fist gold internal skills, and your Magnanimity gold internal skills. So that is your first target within the game. I'll leave this video here because I don't want it to be too long. It's just a quick video about Return to Jianghu, getting your keys, opening your boxes, and making sure you don't throw anything away that you're going to need. So be very careful what you get rid of, because you don't want to be getting rid of a load of stuff that you're going to need later on that's going to be extremely hard for you to get. If you're desperate and you need some room and you've got no place to fit all the stuff and you've got to get rid of something, then I would suggest get rid of some of these, because they're easy to obtain later on in the game. So those stuff you can get rid of. Not all of them, just these blue ones, synthetics. Another one that's pretty easy to obtain later on in the game are these. But get rid of the ones with the padlocks on them. That means they're bound. That means you can't sell them in trade. So get rid of those ones. But you do want to try to keep at least 1 stack of these, which are unbound. So these could be sold in trade. And these, which are unbound. So these could be sold in trade. But they do cost a lot of money if you're selling them in bulk in trade, which most people won't be able to afford, and most people won't buy them. But you want to keep 1 stack of each, because you'll need them for creating equipment. So yeah, now as you progress through the game and you max certain things to Eco 9, like the first thing you're going to max is your school internal and your school martial arts. Getting those internals, I've made a video on. That's how you get, not the internals, I mean getting the manual script, or manual as it's called, for getting them from Eco 8 to Eco 9 is done through story. So when you complete your story up to a certain point, you will get the manual for them. I have made a video on that and got the manuals for one of my elts. So yeah, you'll be able to see how that's done within my videos. Look for Sword of Shadows, green manual. I've also done one for blue manual, I believe, purple manual and gold manual. Gold manuals obtained through World of Minions. So yeah, World of Minions is a really good starting off point to work up to. Thank you for watching this video. This is basically the basics starting off from World of Minions when you enter the, not World of Minions, I mean, sorry, I'm getting myself a little tongue-tied. Starting off with Return to Jianghu, which is basically your first starting point when you go into this game, straight into level 70, opening those to bring up your might a bit more, and then working on World of Minions. So, yeah, thank you for watching. Bye-bye for now.